What if one risky decision could change your family's destiny forever? Hey, Historical Stories family! Today's tale isn't just about a marriage, it's about a brother's gamble, a sister's leap of faith, and how a dowry-free promise in a cramped Lahore house led to a PhD, 2 kids with Canadian accents, and a ghost story that still haunts my niece. Stick around, this is the real-life drama your grandparents warned you about, but with a happy ending you won't see coming. And trust me, that last twist, even I didn't expect it. The transformation, her journey from struggle to success. 10 years ago, my younger sister settled abroad. Our family immigrated, and she moved to Canada with her husband. I was the one who arranged her marriage myself. Our father had already passed away, and our mother's health was fragile. She suffered from renal failure, her kidneys had stopped working, and she relied on dialysis. I worked as a network engineer, core network operations, at the LXEN group. Since childhood, my sister and I had been very close. Our mother often worried, saying, "If I can see her happily married in my lifetime, I'll find peace." Despite her illness, Alma began looking for marriage proposals. One day, when I returned home from work, I found her sitting solemnly. She called me over and said, "Take a leave tomorrow morning and go to Inner Lahore, near Mochi Gate, with your wife. Someone told me about a respectable family. See the boy and his house. Maybe you'll like him." My sister was 2 years younger than me, and after our father's death, I became both her brother and guardian. To honor Alma's wish, I went alone the next morning. Passing through the narrow, dimly lit streets of Mochi Gate, I finally entered a cramped house, typical of Inner Lahore's tightly packed homes. The condition of the house was poor. It was perhaps a 2-mahla, 4-story building resembling a tower. At first glance, I had already decided, how can I send my sister here? My heart rejected the proposal immediately. Only the boy's mother was home, a refined woman who prepared tea herself. She had only one son, the one I had come to see. Since I had already made up my mind, I sat quietly. Noticing my silence, she said, "Son, my husband worked in the railways. He passed away when I was still young. After him, my only child was my reason to live. I have no wealth except my son. You've seen the house. This is all we have. My son has an MPhil in English literature and is now pursuing a PhD. He's the vice principal of a branch of the city school. We manage well." She fell silent. To keep the conversation going, I asked, "How far is the school? How does he commute?" She replied, "He doesn't have a bike yet. He never learned to ride one. He uses public transport and sometimes walks." I stayed quiet. My sister had a double master's, MBA in finance, and MA in economics. I wondered how to politely decline and leave. Just then, the boy arrived. He was slim, fair, and Kashmiri-looking, well-spoken and polite. After some small talk, I realized he was decent and mature. Eventually, I stood to leave without committing. His mother said, "Marriage is written in fate. If you decide anything, know this. He is strictly against dowry. He won't take a single penny, that's final. It angers him. All I can say is, wherever we eat as mother and son, your sister will never lack anything, even if we go hungry ourselves." I chuckled and asked, "Why no dowry? What if I willingly give my sister something?" She replied, "Look around. Where would we keep anything? This small 2-room house is all we have, but it's ours. I've lived here all my life and wish to die here. Why should we take when you've already given us your daughter? A father who gives his daughter is blessing enough." I returned to Sialkot and called my sister to my room. I explained everything. She stayed silent, likely because the house's description unsettled her. I told her, "There's no pressure. Think carefully. From what I saw, the boy may be struggling now, but he won't stay this way forever. He's doing a PhD. Time changes everything. He seemed honest and hardworking. If I had any doubts, I'd have refused outright." She left without a word. The next evening, she said, "Whatever you decide, I accept." I verified his background, checking with his school and others. Nothing raised concerns. They married, had 2 children, he completed his PhD, and they immigrated to Canada in 2015. Now he's an assistant professor at the University of Mississauga, a highly paid position. Time changes, nothing stays the same. Our bond grew stronger. She had no other brother and I had no other sister. After marriage, both our mothers passed away. 6 years later, in 2021, she became a Canadian national and visited Pakistan. Her talkative, cute daughter and quiet son spoke in flawless English accents, sounding like native Westerners. At 2 a.m., I picked them up from Islamabad airport. We had much to catch up on. The fog was thick on the way back, visibility just a few meters. To tease my niece, I said, "Once, on a night like this, I saw a ghost." She panicked in English. "Uncle, please no, I don't want to hear it." Her mother played along, and we enjoyed her fear the whole ride. The next evening, she attended her online class in Canada. Her teacher asked, "How do you find your homeland, Pakistan?" She replied, "Teacher, I'm scared in Pakistan. My uncle is scary, and Mama got scary too. They spent the whole night telling me ghost stories." At first, the teacher was confused, then burst out laughing when she understood. After class, I told my niece, "If this scary uncle hadn't existed, you wouldn't either." Her mother smiled and said, "Thank you. My decision could have been wrong. In our society, men inherit homes. What if he never escaped his struggles? My sister would have suffered forever. But since it worked out, the credit isn't mine, it's theirs." She trusted my judgment with her life's biggest decision, and he proved my faith right through relentless effort. When she agreed, I only said, "I'm trusting you, don't break it." Empower women, educate them, respect them, involve them in life's decisions, hide nothing, and they'll entrust their lives to you, whether as a sister or wife. A man with integrity will never betray that trust. The rest is in God's hands. Outcomes depend on intentions. Pure intentions attract divine support. But in such matters, research and trust are essential. After thorough scrutiny, your heart becomes the final witness. As Hazrat Ali, R.A., said, "Consult your heart about relationships, for it is a witness that takes no bribes." Conclusion: life's most defining moments often begin as leaps of faith. That modest house in Mochi Gate, a mother's selfless words, and a sister's quiet trust became the seeds of a story no one could have written, except destiny. Today, oceans apart but hearts unchanged, we laugh about ghost stories and the twists of fate. Some risks aren't risks at all when taken with love, research, and the unshakable belief that integrity outlasts every struggle. The rest, as they say, is history, written across 2 continents and etched forever in family lore. So, would you have taken that risk for family? Drop it in the comments if this story hit you right in the feels. Don't forget to subscribe to Historical Stories for more real-life dramas where love, courage, and a little chaos rewrite destiny. Hit the bell so you never miss our next jaw-dropping tale from the past. P.S. That scared uncle. Still waiting for my niece to forgive me for the ghost story. Until next time, keep trusting your gut and keep making history. Thanks for watching.